What's up, everybody? It's Indigo, and I am back with another quarter box hunt. So I don't remember the exact number right now. It's been a while. I'll have to go back and look in the my last video. I want to say it's 12 boxes in a row now where we have a West Point, and I probably just jinxed it, but that's okay. In that entire run of 12 boxes, we have found exactly 0 silver quarters. So you win some, you lose some. So these are obviously circulated. So I'll get into these and I will start hunting them. And I will be pulling the ones to scope and setting them aside, kind of based on rolls. I'll scope after 10 rolls. So I'm not doing every single roll, and I'll be looking for errors, varieties, silvers, West Points, NIFCs, anything like that. So that's a lot of talking. Let's go ahead and I will get into the first roll, and I will bring you in on our first find. I am barely into roll number 7 of this box, and we've got a W. So the streak continues, and I did look it up, and this makes 13 straight boxes with at least one West Point in it. And this one's V75, and it is a Marsh Billings Rockefeller. Nice. Kind of circulated, but you know, it's been 5 years, so should be. But yeah, 7 rolls in, we've already got a West Point. Bring in on the next find. Just finished with roll number 10, and 6 coins from the end of that roll was our second W of the box. This one's a 2019. I have not seen the reverse design. It is a River of No Return. So 2 W's already, first 10 rolls. So got pretty good amount to scope, and let me go ahead and finish getting these ready, and I will scope them and bring you in, see if we had any varieties in the first 10. Roll number 4 is going to give us a Reverend Dr. Paulie Murray with a pretty massive DDO. So you see all of the doubling here in the hair down there. You see a little bit in the ponytail, a little bit right there. You got a huge piece on that D in God. And then down in Trust, there's some right here as well. Not any in the O, and nothing on any of the other letters. Nothing really in the date, although this one is very circulated. But let's look at this piece right here. So it goes all the way up here, but it looks like it's almost cut in here as well. But you've got the full piece of hair that's doubled, and very, very doubled there. So coming over here to Variety Vista, looking at number 5, it's got doubling on the D here and the T as well, and it's got that little bit on the ponytail. However, when you go down here, so this is one I found, and I actually sent off and got attributed, but you see that right there, and you see the 2 dye markers. So you got the dye chip on the glasses and then at the lower neck. So both of the markers are on the reverse. There is no dye chip on the glasses, and there's nothing on the neck. So that leads me to believe it's not number 5, and it looks way stronger anyway. You just see that image right there. There is number 6, which looks to be as strong. However, if you look here, there's nothing in the motto. So there's no doubling on the D or the T, and this coin has both. So it's got the doubling in the hair and the D and the T. So the closest one looks to be number 5, but I think it's different. So I think this is an unattributed DDO. And I will definitely hold on to it. This one I may send in because it is, like I said, is massive. It's very, very strong doubling in that curl there. So I'll hold that one to the side with the West Points, and I'll bring you in on the next find. Roll number 5 is going to give us 2 more finds. First one is a Harper's Ferry with a little tiny bit of doubling in this window, very minor. And then we've got a Patsy Takemoto mink with a little bit of doubling in that hair. And I'm not seeing anything anywhere else. I'll bring you in on the next find. All right, I went ahead and scoped rolls number 9 and 10 together. So number 9 is going to give us this Eleanor Roosevelt with a little bit of doubling down here on the bottom of the supports, and then on that main support there in the middle. That one, and I don't see anything on the left-hand side, which is odd because on VDDR 002, it looks like the center is doubled in the same area. So let me pull that back. So that center is doubled from this line right here up to here, which is what this one appears to be. But this bottom portion down here that's doubled should be this side, but mine's doubled over here. So I'm guessing this one is unlisted, or possibly, let's see if it's possibly number 1. Nope. Number 1 is also doubled on this left-hand side. And let's look at number 3. Number 3, I believe, is, yep, 3 is doubled on both sides as well. So very similar, just smaller. I mean, it is doubled. It's just not listed. So I'll hold on to that one. And then also had a Sally Ride here with a little bit of a doubled collar. And that one I don't believe is listed. It's similar to number 1, but number 1 is at a different angle, and this one is fairly parallel to her actual collar. And it's a little more pronounced than number 5, which is down there. So again, another unlisted. So overall pretty good. Had 5 double dies and 2 West Points in the first 10 rolls. So let's see what's in rolls 11 through 20. All right, just finished roll 15, and I was gonna do all 10 of these second row here, but you can see we got a pretty good stack of quarters to the scope here. But we did have a couple more finds. So roll 12 here gave us a misaligned reverse die on an Apostle Islands. So you can see the rim is cut off a little bit at the top. And you got kind of that railroad rim there. Got a little bit nicer 88 Denver to check against my album. It is circulated. I'm not expecting an upgrade, but maybe. And then we had the world's ugliest West Point, if I can get it to focus, right there, that has a date with an acetone bath, because it is gross and it has spent some time in a parking lot. It's got some curb rash all over it. So that makes that one the 3rd West Point of the box. So we had 2 in the first 10 rolls. Had that one in roll number 12. And then in roll 15, we had this War in the Pacific beautiful luster bomb West Point. So that is 4 West Points through 15 rolls. So already 4 West Points in the box, and we're only 30% done. So let's see what else is in here. I hate to say it, I'm gonna probably jinx it, but hell, it's been 2 years since I found one. But this feels like a box that may have a silver quarter in it. It's already got 4 West Points. It's got to be something else in here, right? So I will bring you back in after these next 5 rolls, and then I'll go ahead and scope what's on the table. All right, and these are the finds from rolls number 11 through 20. So as you already saw, we got the West Point in roll number 12. Got the West Point in roll number 15. Had the minor misaligned die, the Nicer 88, and then the Minnesota. Can't remember if I showed this one or not, but I'll show it again. Little tiny bit of doubling on that tree. I could not find a match for it on Variety Vista, and I don't feel like going all the way back through the list on Wexler's, so I'm going to hold off on that because, man, there are a lot of them. A little bit nicer 87 out of Denver. Got a just a nicer one to check against my album. Marsh Billings Rockefeller Philly. Had a Harper's Ferry with a little bit of doubling right there. I'll throw the variety up here. We had a Anime Wong with a little tiny bit of doubling. See if I can remember where it is. So right in that first 2 and on the top of the 0. Little bit in the date there. Nothing major. And then we also had in roll number 19 a 2024 Patsy Takemoto mink with a very nice doubled hair there. A little bit in the ponytail. Nothing really in the motto or the date, but still pretty nice one. And roll number 20. So this is one I've been hoping to find. Check out the doubled eye on this one. So this is actually VDDO 004. And as you can see, you've got the doubled forehead, the brow, and then the eyelid right there. There's the close-up of the eyelid, and we have an exact match. And this is actually a pretty nice shape too. It's probably about a MS65. Really nice coin. Really glad to have it. So very nice variety. Again, 2 more W's in the first rolls 11 or 12 and 15, and then we had pretty good finds in 16 through 20. So I will bring you in on the next one. After an absolute blistering first 20 rolls, we only had 2 very minor finds. So this one, if you can even see it, is a very, very slight doubling in the hair. This is a Patsy Takemoto mink, and we have another Patsy Takemoto mink. Again, very slight, actually, yeah, very, very slight doubling in the hair. And then we got some to check against my personal albums. Nothing crazy, just mostly state quarters, and then the 1 Eagleback. So 20 rolls left. Let's see what's in there. Remember that stupid thing I said after the first 20 rolls where I said it felt, you know, like this was going to be a really, really good box and there might be some silver in it or something. Did get a stunner 1990 Denver. Absolutely gorgeous. Got a few more to check against the album, and it only had 1 variety in those 10 rolls, rolls 31 through 40. This one is an Eleanor Roosevelt, and it's got pretty good doubling there in the hair. Got some down in the ponytail right in here. Yep, got some on the date, or the motto, I should say, and nothing on the date. So I believe this one is VDDR or VDDO 0. Let me pull it up right now. So Eleanor Roosevelt. So this one is, let's see, I think it's number 1. Yep, let's see, we got the T. Yep, on that one. And the hair and the Q there. And yep, so this is VDDO number 1 because number 2 doesn't have anything at all on the T. It's pretty good DDO, but this one is number 1. So not the greatest of shape. Kind of got some junk on it. Little acetone should help clean that up a little bit. But 10 rolls left. Bring you in on the next find or at the end of the box. All right, so these are the finds from rolls 41 through 50. Up here we have the potential upgraders for my personal album. Had a pretty nice Maria Tallchief with a little bit of doubling on the hair there. I believe that one is unlisted. Had another Maria Tallchief, and this one's a little bit harder to tell if it is actually doubled or machine doubled, and I believe it's actually machine doubled on that one. So probably not hold on to it. It's not very major anyway. We had a Theodore Roosevelt, which I kind of want to go over this one a little bit because you see right here. So pay close attention to this portion of the leaves and see right here, we have this portion. So it's very thin right here. Now, if you scroll down, there's only 2 listed on Wexler's. It is extremely thick right here. Mine is not as thick. However, this one calls out doubling on the bottom of the horse's jaw, which mine has. So right there, you can see that. Doesn't necessarily appear to be an exact match. I think it's pretty close. However, I think this one is actually going to be WDDR001. Just based on the doubling. So see right in here, you got these 2 little high points, and then coming back over here, you got the same 2 little high points. So right there. So I believe this one is WDDR001. I do not know why that the doubling on the chin of the horse was not called out on that one. It is most definitely there. You can kind of see it right there. Actually, if I can get the lighting just right. So yeah, it's there. It's right there. So had a WDDR001 there. Had 2 Mount Rushmores. So I believe they're both the same. You got that little bit of doubling right here on the nose. Right. If I can get this one. This one looks to be a little bit thinner, but it's in the same area. So that one's a little bit thicker there. This one a little bit thinner, but same area. But I believe they're probably the same. However, best I can tell, this is VDDO or VDDR 006. So you see that little tiny bit right there. I did kind of see the die gouge there. However, it's very, very hard to tell. So you see it right there. And then I'll flip this one over. Gotta get the lighting just right and not have my thumb in the way. You can kind of see it right there. So see it right there above the T. That is the die marker. And then on this one, this other one here, this one, I thought I saw it earlier, but maybe not. So that one may be unlisted. It's hard to tell. It's very similar, but we have at least one DDO or DDR number 6 right there with the doubling on the nose. So I will hold on to both of these, but let me go ahead and get all of these finds together, and I will bring you in for an end of the box wrap up. All right, and that is it for the hunt. So had some low mintage 2011s and 2012s. Had a stack of the American Women's Quarters minor DDOs. 4 pretty nice Eagle backs, especially that 1990 Denver that I will check against my personal album. A few state quarters to check against my personal album, and a few America the Beautiful quarters as well. Did have the 2 Mount Rushmores, the South Dakotas. We had the one DDO number 6, the one unlisted. You just saw those. You had the Teddy Roosevelt WDDR 001. Had probably, well, let me get to this one last. Had these two Harper's Ferries. One of them was pretty good. This one right here. And again, I will throw that one up here. Had the one unlisted Minnesota DDR. So as you can see, there's that little piece floating out in here. I couldn't find that one. And I didn't feel like going through Wechsler's on it. Had the DDR on the Eleanor Roosevelt right down there at the bottom of the rods and on the side of the center support there. So you can kind of see it right in here, a little bit hard with the light. So that one's cool. Had the 4 West Points all in the first 15 rolls. And then I had to open my stupid mouth. So serves me right. It happens. But we had the River of No Return, Marsh Billings Rockefeller, American Memorial Park. I still haven't soaked that one. I need to. And this beautiful, beautiful War in the Pacific. Definitely a low mint state. It doesn't even look AU yet. Maybe a few hits out in the field, but really, really nice West Point, especially for a 6-year-old coin. And then possibly even beating out the West Point, in my opinion, is this Patsy Takemoto mink. It does have a little scratch on it. That kind of sucks. I didn't see that at first. But it's the VDDO number 4 doubled I. And I will show you that right now if I can get it pulled up. So look at that doubled eyelid. And it's even got the doubled brow as well. Just really, really cool double die. So that one will be added to my next Anax submission. So if you want to see that one again, please hit the subscribe button. And if you made it this long and if you enjoyed this hunt, please hit the thumbs up. And thanks for watching.